Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're having a look at a trending digital product that's making some Etsy sellers lots of money. We'll check out some shops that are successfully selling these products, and then I'll show you how to create your own version using Canva and Photopea, which is a free online photo editing site. Let's get into it. The product we're talking about today is Canva shape frames. And essentially what they are is templates that buyers can open up in Canva and insert their own images into the frames that we've created. So here we are on Etsy, and as you can see, there's a lot of listings here on this first page that have bestseller and popular now badges on them, which is what we want. We want to know that there is demand for this product. And scrolling down again, we see some more bestseller badges and popular now. So this is letting us know that this is a highly valuable digital product to get into. And this idea can be applied to many different categories. You could use it for Tumblr wraps, for letters and fonts and picture frames. But the one I want to get into today is very much a trending design, especially for print-on-demand sellers, which is this brushstroke frame idea. So we're going to go into this listing to have a look at it. So essentially, this is what it looks like. It's a series of brushstrokes next to each other that the buyer can then insert different images into each brushstroke, or sometimes one image across all brushstrokes. But essentially what we're doing is creating a product that a print-on-demand seller or someone who sells t-shirts, mugs, tote bags, whichever products they desire, can quickly create their design. So this makes it a really valuable product. And bonus, if you are a apparel seller yourself, a print-on-demand seller, you can use this tutorial to make your own designs with instead of selling this as a digital product. So now that we know what we're looking at here, let's head over to Canva, where I'll show you how to make our own version of this product. Okay, so here we are in Canva. I've created a custom size document at 4500 by 4500 pixels, which is a good size, for instance, for a print-on-demand seller who will want something fairly large to be able to export high quality images. So the first thing we'll do is we'll come over to our elements, and we're looking for a brushstroke image. So we'll type that in. We'll go into the graphics and we'll choose one of these brushstrokes. I like the looks of this one. And by the way, I think for the most part for this tutorial, unfortunately, you probably do have to have the paid version of Canva. Certainly this element I just chose right now is part of the paid version, and I think maybe to do some of the other steps you might need the paid version as well. In my opinion, very much worth it to get the paid version of Canva, but just a heads up on that. So now what I'm doing is I'm sizing up my brushstroke here. I've flipped it around so it's in a vertical position and sized it up, and now I'm going to hit Command C and Command V to duplicate it. I'm going to drag that over. I want them to be a little closer together than that. Something like that looks good. And then I'm going to hit Command C and Command V again. Drag another one over, make sure it's spaced out evenly. And then Command V again to get that fourth brush stroke. And we'll place it there. I'm going to just grab all of these together and make sure it's nice and centered. Perfect. So now what we want to do is export this as an SVG file. So we'll come up here to Share. Let's name it first. Let's name it Brushstroke. So, and then we'll come up to Share. We'll hit Download. And then what we want to do for file type is choose an SVG file. And then we also want to choose a transparent background. So now we're going to download this. So we'll click Download. And then we're going to head over to Photopea, which is a free online photo editing software that is similar to Photoshop, probably not as powerful as Photoshop, but hey, it's free, it's online, it's really easy to access. So let's head over there for the next step. Okay, so here we are in Photopea. To get here, you basically just type in photopea.com into your browser and you'll end up at a page that looks like this. What we want to do now is drop in our SVG file that we just made from our downloads folder. So I'll quickly grab that. I'll pull in our SVG here. And here we have it open in the Photopea interface. Now what we want to do next is merge all of these layers that have shown up here. So we just have one layer from our image. How we do that is we click on the top layer here, and then we hold the Shift key, we scroll down until we get to the bottom layer, we click again, then we do a right click or a control click anywhere in the selection here, and we choose Merge Layers. And as you can see, that has changed all those layers into one single layer, which is what we're after. Next, we'll come down here to this icon to add a new layer. So we'll click on that, and we've got our new layer highlighted. And what we'll do next is choose the Paint Bucket tool over here on our left. Click on that and choose a color that we want. This purple is kind of fine, so we'll choose that and we'll hit OK. And then we'll just click on that layer. So we want to make sure that top layer is selected, not our brushstroke layer. We'll click on that, and there you can see we've filled that top layer with that purple color. What we want to do next is create a clipping mask so this color gets dropped into our brushstroke shapes. So to do that, we'll come up to Layer here, and we'll scroll down to Clipping Mask, and we'll click on that. And as you can see, our purple has now been dropped into our brushstroke layers, which is what we're after. Now what we want to do is export this file as a Photoshop file. So we'll come up here to File and Save as PSD. And then we'll name this Brushstrokes Photopea, just to differentiate it. And there we go. Hit Save. And now we'll head back to Canva to do the next part of our process. Here we are back in Canva. So we're going to create a new document at the same size as the last one, 4500 by 4500 pixels. So we'll choose that. And now we want to bring in our Photoshop file that we just created of the brush strokes. So we'll find that on the desktop, drag that in. And you may be used to dragging things into Canva and having it show up in your Uploads folder. But for Photoshop files, for whatever reason, it's going to be in your Projects folder here. So now we'll drag that into our page here. And what we want to do is get rid of the purple so that we have just the frame left. So how we do that is we click on it, then we come up to the Delete button here, and that will bring up this menu where we can choose to delete the image or delete the frame. We want to delete the image. So we'll click on that. And there you can see it's left us with that famous Canva sky and rolling hills background, which lets us know this is now a frame that we can add any image we want to. So to show you how that works, I'll come over to Photos and we'll drag in a photo here, this beautiful ocean image. So there you can see that ocean has showed up just inside of the brush strokes. And you can basically add any image you want to this. Let's find another cute one. Something like this. That's really cute. Or even something like this with a figure in it. So as you can see, it's a highly editable template now that we can sell to other print-on-demand sellers, whoever's interested in this kind of design, and they can easily edit this template themselves for their own use. Now, what if we wanted to create a similar image or product, but have each individual brush stroke contain a separate image. It's basically the same exact process. We'll go back to our first Canva page here. And just to show you how it's done, I'm going to duplicate the page here. And then I'm going to delete 3 of the brush strokes and then just move this one into the center. That's not entirely necessary, but we'll just put it into the center here. Now we're going to go through that exact same process again, where we'll download this. So we'll come up to share, download. We want to choose SVG with a transparent background, and we only want page 2 for this. And then we'll hit download. Then we'll do that exact same process in Photopea. So I'll take you over there and we'll move through that really quickly and then come back to Canva to show you the rest of the process. Here we are back in Photopea. Now we're going to drag our single brushstroke file into that same box there. And there we have it opened up. And again, we want to merge the layers that show up in our layers panel here into one layer. So we have the top layer selected. We'll hold the shift key and we'll click the bottom layer. That shows all the layers being grayed out, which is what we want. And then we'll control click or right click anywhere on those 3 layers and choose merge layers. We'll create a new layer. We'll choose a fill color. We'll just stick with that purple, and then we'll click on the paint bucket. And then again, with that top layer selected, we'll click anywhere on the canvas, and it's filled our page with the purple. And we want to create a clipping mask so it goes inside of our brush stroke. So again, we come up to layer, clipping mask, and there we go. Now we're going to export this as a Photoshop file. So we'll come down to File and Save as PSD. And we'll call this single brush stroke. And we'll save that. And now let's head back to Canva and show you the rest of the process. Here we are back in Canva again. What we're going to do is add a new page. We're still in that second Canva document that we've opened up. So we'll add a new page below, and then we'll bring in our single brush stroke. So we'll head back to where we saved that. And here it is. We'll drag that in. And again, that will be showing up not in our uploads, but in our projects folder. So we'll click on that and we'll drag that into our project here. Now again, we want to get rid of the purple and just leave the frame. So we'll click on it, we'll hit the delete button and choose delete image. There we are left with our empty frame. And it will leave the original blue part underneath. I'm not sure why that happens, honestly, but we'll just delete that. And then we'll hit Command C and Command V to duplicate our brush stroke. We'll move them nice and close together and make sure they're centered. And then we can just select both of these and hit Command C and Command V to get both of them copied nice and quickly. Make sure they're evenly spaced, and then I'll just select all of them to reduce the size a little bit and get them nice and centered. So now what we have is 4 individual frames that looks a lot like our first image here, but now what we can do is put separate images into each of the frames here. So we'll drag this one in to that one. We can drag this one into this one into this one. What else do we have here? And this one into this one. And there you go. Now you have a template where whoever buys this can then put their own image into each separate frame. So I think what would be a good idea if you were selling this as a digital product is to add both options. One where a single image can fill all the frames, and one where there's individual options. Now what you would do next is you'd want to make this template available to your buyer. So how you do that is you would come up to share, and click on the see all ellipses here. That brings up some more options for sharing. And what we want to do is choose a template link. So we'll click on that and we'll choose create template link. And as you can see, it's saying anyone with the link can use this design as a template. They have to sign in, but you won't know who has made copies of the design, which is fine. So we'll click create template link. And here we have a link that we can then copy and paste into a PDF. And the PDF is what we end up uploading to Etsy as part of our digital product listing. And then when the customer buys, they download that PDF, they hit that link, and they will be brought to this template. And what you would want to do, of course, is name your template like brushstroke frame template or something like that, where the customer knows when they get here, this is actually what they've purchased. And they'll basically see the empty frames. You won't sell this with the images in it. And then they can go ahead then and drop in any of their own images and use this again and again to their heart's desire. So that is essentially it for this tutorial. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.